welcome to All That to Say.
I am going to be sweating more this
Listening.
episode than last week recording. I'm telling you, I'm going to be sweating.
You're the one who kicked it off. You kicked all this off.
I did with the Vienna. And friends, if you have not watched our live yet, go back on our Instagram page and find our live where I have been vindicated that Vienna sausages float in a watery chicken broth. It is not gelatinous.
No.
It is not coagulated.
I think that they have changed their formula because there's no way that all of these same people are having the same memories of a gelatinous material once opening the Vienna sausage can. Like, we all are remembering that. This is not Shazam. Like, we are remembering this.
Okay, well,
but I am so happy you're justified.
I'm justified. And I got to eat some Vienna sausages this morning, which truly I had not done, but it tastes exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's been 10
Does it smell
years.
the same?
Okay, when we opened the can in the room, it was immediate cat food.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does.
There's a lot of stray cats in this neighborhood.
Yeah, you should feed it to them. I'm sure they'll be delighted.
Oh, we should have stuck that out there.
We will.
And just seen if by the time we were done, it was gone.
We should have done that. Did you pull in behind me?
I
Did
did.
you get real tight?
I got.
Are you in?
I'm 2 inches behind you.
Good. I wanted to make sure you did that before we got too far into this because we might have had to go move Kristen's car. I guess they're paving the street or something.
Yes, it's all good.
Okay, good. Just making sure we have to remind each other of all the things.
Yes, but you got to eat a Vienna sausage.
Got to is a term I wouldn't use. Was forced to is more accurate because Kristen, upon opening this, saying, if I'm right, you have to eat one. Now, we hadn't agreed to that.
But you are a down-ass hoe.
I am so down for anything, and I am nothing if not a follow-througher.
So you knew you had to do it.
Yeah, and I
you did it. And what's the verdict?
It tastes better than it smells.
Uh-huh.
It tastes just like a hot dog.
Yeah.
And I love hot dogs.
Same.
Now, am I going to say that I love Vienna sausages? I'm not going to go buy them.
No.
Or anything like
neither
that.
am I.
Plus, I want them grilled. I want my hot dog with some grill marks on it. I want all the stuff on top.
For sure.
So I'm not just going to eat a Vienna sausage. But was it better than I thought it was going to be? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You have been vindicated in so many ways, and I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
Because I love to be vindicated.
I know y'all were disgusted and disturbed by this information.
People are just shocked to see someone who, I don't know, looks like you. Like, I think we just envision, like, I just gotta eat these Vienna sausages to keep myself alive. And then there's you. And that's not how you portray yourself to the world.
I have Crohn's disease, y'all, and I wonder why. Because growing up, that's the cheapest food you can find in a store. That's the food I love. I want the Little Debbie's. I want the ramen. I want the Vienna sausages. Mm-hmm. My mom pounded Mountain Dew when she was pregnant with me. Like, none of this is a surprise to anyone that's known me for a time. And so,
pounded Mountain Dew. That was not on the quiz. That was
not
on the
quiz.
What do we know about Kristen quiz?
What soft drink did her mother pound while building a house and kind of?
She did not tell me that one, but I think that this Vienna sausage can be the best thing we ate this week.
Yeah.
I do. I think it can be. I think that we need it to hold a special place in this episode of it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Correct.
And you are vindicated.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll have to do this again. So Kristen kicked it off last week with I was saying irrational angers, but Kristen was like, oh, I thought it was unpopular opinions. So I just brought 2. That's it. I just have 2 unpopular opinions. I'm like, I have so many, the list wouldn't fit. And so you got it kicked off with the Vienna sausages and the Elemis.
Yes.
And
people were weighing in. People had their opinions about these things. Mm-hmm. So we realized everybody's got opinions about so many things.
So many things. And we wanted to hear them. So we posed them to our podcat crew, our podcat clutter. And y'all gave us some of yours. And then I'm going to share some of mine. And again, similar to the irrational anger stuff, it's not that I hate people who like these things. This isn't a personal opinion towards you. For example, I'm just going to lead it off with the one that shocks the most amount of people. I hate the beach.
I can't with this.
I just hate
No.
the beach.
No.
I know you don't care.
And I know why you don't like it, because you haven't experienced it in the right way.
This is what everyone says to me.
You haven't. I'm
about
sorry.
the beach. Here's what I will say. I think that when it comes to unpopular opinions specifically, that nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
It is.
And it is the reason why people so firmly believe in whatever it is that they think is so true. I think is wrapped up in so much nostalgia. And if someone isn't walking into the same thing with a level of nostalgia, then it's very easy for them to be like, no. So I think some people grow up going to the beach with their families.
Yeah.
And they have all these memories. My first memory of dipping my toe in the ocean was when my mom held my hand and ran into it with me. And then when my grandma died, we spread her ashes there. And I remember fishing with my uncle into the ocean. Like, I understand that people have all this nostalgia, and so it makes the idea of going to the beach so much more fun, so much sweeter.
You're just wrong.
Okay, I think I'm 100% right about nostalgia.
She's just
I'm 100% right.
Okay.
Studies show that nostalgia.
I hear you on the nostalgia. However,
so if your first time going to the beach was me when I was 12, and I ran into that ocean, and a jellyfish wrapped a tentacle around my ankle, stung the ever-living out of me. Mary dragged me out. Now, we were only there because of a gymnastics trip. Like, my family had never been to the beach, even before then.
Wow.
Never. My dad didn't like it. He's very fair-skinned. We were mountain people, not beach people.
Sure.
So we never went to the beach. So I go with this gymnastics, like, team of mine. This is the very first moment I'm putting my foot in the ocean ever. A jellyfish stings me, and I say, this is a core memory. I don't want to do that again. And I just have disliked it pretty much ever since. Now, I go on spring breaks with my friends and things like that.
I know that you've had good times in the ocean.
I have. I won a bikini contest at MTV Spring Break.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. So can we not replace
But I won something.
the jellyfish? I will take you to the beach and give you a prize. I will give you a prize.
But will it be presented by the guy who boned Stifler's mom?
I will hire someone important.
What a story.
And I know, I feel like it's the time to share, because I love that story because of the tips Joshua was giving you to win. Remember?
It's so good. Okay, so let me tell you. So we're at, I think it was Panama City. It had to be Panama City.
Yes.
And this is when MTV was doing their spring breaks there.
That, you guys, what a time to
Iconic.
be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Oh.
The best part is no one had cameras on their phones.
That's right.
And so it really was the time to be alive, because you could do all your stupid stuff and no one was recording
and
it.
everyone was in the moment too,
Yeah.
just like living and thriving. Wow.
Living in the
Love
moment.
MTV Spring
Now,
Break.
the only pictures we do have of this moment, oh, these receipts are going to be good.
Yes, on disposable.
They're on disposable cameras. Yeah.
Yes.
And Joshua got some.
Yes.
So what you did is they were looking for girls on the beach who wanted to be in this bikini contest. And it wasn't just go up on the stage and like walk around in your bikini.
Right.
Ironically, I think I was in, no, maybe not. I was wondering if I was in the same bikini from the trip with Brian Gorley that I don't remember.
Oh.
But I don't think so. I think I was in a different one. But basically you started on the stage and then you had to run into the ocean
Yes.
and change into the Calvin Klein bikini, because of course they were the sponsor.
Yes. That's
You had
right.
to change into the Calvin Klein bikini in the ocean and then run back to the stage. And the first girl who got back to the stage was going to win all of this stuff. And the guy who, I think his name is Eddie something, but the guy who F. Stifler's mom in American Pie was the guy giving all the things out.
That's like a legit celeb.
He was a legit celeb, especially at the time.
Yeah.
Because American Pie was huge. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So Joshua says to me, he pulls me aside and he says, babe.
All strategy.
This is my boyfriend. He wasn't like, no, you shouldn't do this where you're changing your clothes in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
He was like, you gotta win. Let me tell you some tips, okay? All these other girls, they're gonna run into the ocean and they're gonna be so concerned about privacy.
Yes.
They're gonna swim
Yes.
way too far out.
Yeah.
But you don't need to be concerned about privacy.
Not like.
Nope. Mm-mm. He's like, this is about winning. So go as far as you can and then just squat down. Squat down so that, you don't want like your butt.
Yeah.
You don't want
your butthole
You
out.
want your whole, you don't want your whole grundle out.
Yeah.
But just squat down enough, switch, and then run back.
Yeah.
And sure enough, so I run into the, I let all the girls go ahead of me.
Yes.
Because
you wanted them to get past and not
I
see
don't
what
want
you
them
were
to,
doing.
you got it.
Ah.
Gosh, so good. Joshua also told
You
me
guys
that.
are winners, and that's
We
why
are.
we're friends.
Which is why I'm like, I just want to win, and why you're going to have to give me a prize to go to the beach.
Yes, and I will.
So.
I'm going to get you some Golden Goose sneakers.
It's coming.
It's a coming.
It's coming. So they all go ahead. They are swimming as if they are in a triathlon. Okay, they're going too far.
They're getting deep.
They're getting too deep. And they're just bobbing around.
Yeah.
They can't
I would
control
drown.
anything.
I'm not
Yeah.
a good swimmer.
No.
I would drown.
I wanted no part of that. I had already been drinking. Like, I know my limitations at this point. So I squat down, and Joshua's like, look for me. I'll be standing in the ocean right where I want you to squat.
Yes, that's right.
Because I will know it's deep enough. Because obviously the tide's coming in and out.
Yeah, that's true.
But he knows exactly where I need to be. So I am laser focused. I look for him, and when I say thousands of people in the water, you know those MTV spring breaks, and they're all just kind of standing around making a corridor for us. So I look for Josh, I squat down right where I see him, I change my bikini so fast.
Yes.
And I grab my old one, and I book it back to the stage, and I run up there, and I'm like, I did it! And the Eddie guy's like, that was amazing, congratulations! And I'm like, where's Jason Biggs?
Yeah,
No.
please.
Give me a real star. So I'm so excited. And the girls are still in the ocean. They haven't even so much as gotten their top on.
Girl.
So now I'm just standing up there with Eddie, just chilling on the stage forever.
What prizes did they give you?
So you got to keep the Calvin Klein bikini that you changed into. I cannot remember anything else, but it was it was basically all the sponsors of the MTV Spring Break for that year all put together a really good swag. And I got all of it.
So to me, that's a happy beach memory. Can we not say Jellyfish be gone, Calvin Klein is in, and
we could. Here's the thing. Maybe for that very short amount of time of spring breaks, before I got married and started having kids, there were some happy beach memories.
But then a beach with kids is really...
It's the worst.
Okay.
I don't understand the fun. And you know what? You are one to talk because it's not like you're playing with yours. You have Matt.
Yeah.
You have cruise director Matt.
Matt's doing all the playing.
Not only is he doing all the playing on the beach so that you can sit and read a book and enjoy a sparkly drink, but he is packing the cooler. He is loading up the golf cart. He is getting all of this stuff rinsed off afterwards. Am I right? Is Matt doing all of this?
I'm doing...
What are you doing?
Okay. Now Matt is listening to this.
Tell the truth.
Okay. So it depends on the day. But sometimes getting their swimsuits on, the kids' swimsuits on.
Yeah.
Sometimes sunscreening
I know.
them, and that's a lot.
It's annoying.
Putting together snack packs, food is usually mom, me combination.
Okay. But is he getting the ice in the cooler and all the heavy things?
Yeah, for sure, all the heavy things. Loading the wagon with the toys and the chairs and the tent and all of that stuff.
And then when he gets to the beach,
he's lugging that off the show. Now, what I will for sure say is when we get down there and get settled in, Matt is the one that's doing the
all
playing.
things.
Now, will I walk with Tinsley and collect shells?
Yes.
Will I sometimes get
Will
in
you
the
walk slowly
I
and
will
collect shells?
slowly walk.
Yep.
But he's digging trenches.
Yep.
He's making castles. He's creating games. He's doing Foursquare.
He's putting the umbrella up. He's laying out all the things for y'all.
Because he delights in it. So
he does.
let the man do it.
He does. But that doesn't mean everyone else has a mat with them at
your
the beach.
kids are old enough now that they don't need that.
They don't like the beach either. Because why? They have no nostalgia.
You've done this to them. This is your fault.
It's not just all of that. Here's the thing. I just think it's so much work for so little reward. It's so much work to pack all the stuff.
It's such reward. Hello. Okay, stop.
What?
Stop.
What?
The reward of going to the beach, getting out there mid-morning,
sweating in your own filth, getting sand blown
feeling
all
so
up
good,
into your oil
drinking your drinks.
sunscreen.
You have amazing beach snacks. An amazing
with sand
lunch.
covering all of them.
No, because you have planned ahead and you have cute tables and blankets and all the things. You have a nice little trash can.
The sand is
This
everywhere.
is what I'm saying. You've got to do it right. You've got to go with
the sand is everywhere. Then you can't even enjoy watching people go in the ocean because if you take your eyes off of them, they're 3 piers down. That current's taking them.
No.
You have jellyfish. You have sharks. You have seaweed bristling by your leg. Absolutely not.
You're catching wildlife, putting them in buckets, and learning and observing through nature.
Mm-hmm.
You are having a fun, tipsy time. You have loud music playing. Pam's playlist is playing at the tippy top, and you're vibing. You're
weird
dancing.
For someone who wants to experience the beach so badly with me, who's been friends with me for 13 years, I've never been invited to the beach with you. So, and y'all need to be with me on that, okay? And Pam, can we please come to your house, please?
That's a problem of logistics. You gotta get Pam.
Wait, we went to the beach on just a girls' trip.
We did.
And
you had fun on the beach.
Because there were no children.
Yes.
Our time was our own.
Yes.
It was.
You were doing gymnastics.
Yeah.
You were.
Ooh, I can post that. We can find that picture.
Yeah, you're doing splits. Like, y'all, Miranda was thriving on the beach.
But I still don't want, like, if I'm choosing to do something for a weekend or a week and I get to go anywhere, I don't want to go somewhere that I'm going to have to be concerned with the sand in my nether regions.
I
don't want it.
For me, when I think about where I want to go, it's what outfits am I trying to wear? Am I trying to, what's the theme in my heart? You know, like, am I trying to do like a Western wear vibe? Do I want to just wear jorts and tank tops? If so, I'm going to the beach. But to me, it's more like, what haven't I worn in a while? Or like, you know, what will look cute?
It is so good to be you. It is so good. I love people who love the beach. Also, when people are like, I could just sit there and stare out there forever.
And I do see those people. That's not me. I like to have an agenda.
What?
Yeah, there are people that just stare.
Flat line?
They sit and they get their chair very close to the water and they put just their feet in.
I don't mind that because I do, if I'm at least going to be on the beach, I do not want to be down on the ground. I want to be raised up in some sort of chair. I don't mind my feet in the water because I want to stay cool. I want to be able to rinse off as sand is continuing to blow on me and get stuck on me. I want to be able to rinse off, but it just doesn't matter. You can spend 3 hours prepping to go to the beach, and the second you get there, some kid turns to you and you've laid out everything. You finally got it all unloaded, and the kid says, I got a poop. Yeah. And now you're screwed. And now you get to walk the 28 minutes back because you can't afford a first row. You can't afford a second. Yeah, we don't have a golf cart, baby girl. Your parents' house has a golf cart.
I'm just saying, do that.
I've never. So now the beach has, and now we're racking it up. Just keep adding stuff. You got to be on the first row. You got to have a pool. You got to have a golf cart. Okay, so we're going to spend $8,000 to go and sit in the sand for a week. No, it's not for me. I love that it's for a lot of people. Y'all get to keep the beach,
and you'll keep the mountains.
And I'll keep the mountains.
That's my opinion.
It is.
All right.
Okay.
What's next?
Oh my God.
Are you sweating now?
This one is the one. This is the one that's going to get us canceled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know which one I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Y'all, again, I love the people who love these things, but I personally, I don't like dogs.
I know. She doesn't like dogs.
People just shut it off. They shut off the podcast. That's it. You're a murderer. You are clearly a sociopath. You know what I really don't like? When people post those memes and say, I don't trust people who don't like dogs. You can trust me. I've kept so many bones buried for people. Do you know the amount of secrets I know on people? And I've never said a word.
I know it.
I am the bone collector.
You're the bone collector, baby.
Okay?
You're very trustworthy.
And I don't say a friggin' word.
What is it that you don't like about dogs? Can you pinpoint what it is?
They need me too much. Here's the thing. If you have kids, if you have a partner, if you have a business, if you have employees, if you have other children who might, I don't know, be part of your conservatorship, things I just feel like there are so many human beings who need me in a day. I can't have another living thing, an organism breathing, needing me more.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to dogs, they are just so needy. They do. That's the nature of them, and I understand.
Because you have to walk them, and you can't.
Yeah.
You now know that you have cats. Like, you can leave cats for a weekend, and it's okay. They'll poop in the litter box. They'll eat. They'll drink. It's fine. But dogs, like, I've been with friends where we're hanging out vibing, and they're like, well, we gotta get home to let the dog out, and I'm like, what? But we're at the winery having such a fun time. Why are you doing that?
I could never live that life.
No.
I could never. Like, when we're vibing, we can't stop it.
We can't stop the vibe. And like, you know this about me. I love all of God's creatures. I am such an animal
Cinderella
person. Like, I was with 2 birds this morning.
That's why she was late to recording. She was trying to rescue birds.
Yeah, like, I love animals and I love all dogs. And I think that at some point we might get a dog.
Don't invite me over that.
But we have not. Because of the neediness.
Because we're too spontaneous of people.
Yes,
we like to just decide on a Friday that we're going to run up to the mountains.
And the dog ties you down.
It does tie you down. And so for me, it really comes from a place of, I cannot have another thing that needs me as much as they do.
But
and
what
that's
about
just dogs.
Other people's dogs? Obviously, those dogs don't need you.
But they do. The second you walk into someone else's home and that dog comes up,
oh yeah,
here it comes. Needing me. It's sniffing my crotch. It's licking my hands. Or worse, it tries to get to my face. Are you kidding me? I don't want. Here's the thing that dog people just don't understand. Not everyone wants your creature on them.
Yes.
I don't want your dog jumping on me.
Yeah. I
don't want your dog scratching me. I don't want your dog licking me. I don't want him sniffing my downstairs. I don't want that.
And so I have to say this with the dog thing, okay? Because I, again, love all dogs, love animals.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't love is the people owning the dogs that are so obsessive with the dogs. That's one of my unpopular opinions here today, folks. Are you ready?
Is this the one?
I'm about to say it.
This is it.
Do not call them fur babies. I don't like that.
We don't like
We
that.
do not like that. Y'all. Because that's not what they are, and it's not the same, and I'm not making a judgment about someone maybe that can't have children or doesn't want children, has animals and pets. I have 8 pets at home. Like, I hear you. I get it. But
they're not the same as humans.
Equating, I shared with Miranda last week. There was a trending audio that a woman I follow who is wonderful, an old-time mommy blogger, she had lost a daughter a couple years ago. And so she used this trending audio, very sweet, amazing audio about when I talk about her, and it was from like a pastor or something. And I thought, this is just perfect, it's precious, so good for her daughter. And I loved it. And I clicked on the audio to kind of see like who else shared like this very personal thing on their page. What were the majority of shares with this trending audio?
Of people losing their pets.
It was dogs. It was people using this audio of a pastor that had lost his kid, using it for their dogs.
Yeah.
And I thought, no.
Somewhere along the line, I feel like in the last 10 years, 15 years, people have started putting dogs on par with humans, or I would venture to say above.
I think above.
Okay. And for me, that just, it's not even my dislike of dogs that blows my mind there. It's that is a blatant disregard for humans.
Yes.
That blows my mind there.
Yes.
Because we cannot put an animal's life over a human being. Like, the house is on fire, who am I saving? You're saving your kid.
Yeah.
Now, maybe you're going to try to save your animal too. I get that. And to some people, they're like, but this is like a kid. I can wrap my brain around some of it.
I can understand it. But
and some people's animals help them get through the loss of a child.
Oh, of course, yes.
Or something. I'm not saying that it cannot be the most sentimental, sweetest, next to human person that you love the most in your life. And y'all know I love my cats, but I felt this way about dogs before I even had cats.
Yeah,
like,
you did.
I
always
just
felt. This is one of the main things I've known about you since the beginning.
I just don't want people to assume that everyone likes dogs. And guess what? When we put it on our page, the amount of people who said, I don't like dogs. Here's what's the problem.
That's true. A lot of people did write in and say they don't like dogs. So you know what? It's okay to say these things out loud.
It's not, though.
I mean, a lot of people probably already turned this off because they're pissed. But maybe we still have parts of America still listening. Or maybe you in Singapore.
Like, maybe she's a cat person too.
Yes.
But that's the thing, is the reason why people wrote in, they said, I don't like dogs, but I can't say it out loud.
Ooh, well, now we're saying it.
The fact that we feel like we are not allowed to say that should say something to the dog people out there that you have made this
polarizing. Yes, it's aggressive.
You've made this a polarizing topic. And the thing is the same people would go, well, I hate cats. Cats are this and cats are that. And you know what I don't say to them? You should like my cat.
Yeah.
What I do say is, I'm hoping that portraying that I do kind of have the nicest cats in the world.
They're the best.
They don't scratch people. They don't bite people. They don't hiss. They don't do anything. They will come up and greet you if you walk in my house, and they'll kind of be like, rub by your leg.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to engage with them, I don't say, you have to pet my cat.
Yeah.
Why don't you like my cat?
Pick up my fur baby.
I don't trust you because you don't like my cat. I don't say any of that. I just say, you know what? Maybe you don't like cats.
Yeah.
Maybe you've had
and a lot of people do not. And that's fine.
It's fine.
We have to be able to say these things.
We have to be able to say, I don't like cats. I don't like dogs, without people being like, well, so then you do like to murder kids. I don't trust you. Stop. Absolutely stop with that.
You ready for?
Okay. Here's another one.
Here it comes, because I'm afraid.
Okay, I'm gonna go to food. I'm gonna go to food.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little lighter for real quick, because I feel like
and the sun just came out for that.
I feel like the dog people need a minute.
Okay.
They need something a little bit lighter.
Okay, let's do it.
You know where I don't want your dog to go with you? In-N-Out Burgers.
So tell me about your experience. I want to hear about this again, because I remember, but
on the road trip.
Yeah.
On the road trip, I was so excited when we got to California, because I've never had In-N-Out Burgers, and I've heard the fanfare about In-N-Out.
And what's
it's
the
a competitor?
There's
Whataburger.
Well, okay, that's the two that people. Okay.
Yeah, because Whataburger's very, I believe, like Texas.
Okay.
And then In-N-Out's very California.
Yeah.
But they're in other places. But Joshua's had In-N-Out because he travels so much for work. And so he was kind of like, I mean, I'm going to let you decide what you think.
Okay.
Because the way people talk about In-N-Out as though it is like sent from heaven above.
Really?
Jesus Christ came down and he created these burgers and fries and then gave them to the people. And on the third day he rose again. And so I am just like, I can't wait to try these, because we finally got to California and I'm like, In-N-Out right now.
Okay.
So I order their traditional burger, like their cheeseburger or whatever. And then I ordered the fries.
Okay.
And I eat the burger and I eat the fries and I post on my story, this is my first In-N-Out experience.
Yes.
And that I didn't think it was good.
And what was the reaction? Were people so...
I unfollowed, nasty messages in my DMs. Oh yeah, people were like, again, so mad about this. Here's where I say,
what?
You know
world.
What? Maybe nostalgia has a little bit to do with this. Maybe your grandpa took you to In-N-Out every Sunday after church, and y'all would share the fries, and you would just be so happy because it was the one thing he did with just you. Guess what? Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
It is.
Also, if you were raised on this, maybe your taste buds really do like that.
So what was it that you didn't like, or what could you compare it to? Help me understand.
A junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's is above an In-N-Out burger for me. And when I said that, whoa. Now on our way home, we did stuff. I know.
What kind of, I want to get into it, guys, so here we go. What kind of patty is it? You know, there's some, if you go to like a Brooks sandwich house where the patty is, you can tell it's handmade, you can tell it's got that crisp. What was it like?
I was not getting that vibe. It was not super thick. It wasn't juicy. To me, it just, the sauce was good. I remember that. So they had a sauce on there that was really delicious. And I'm like, thank God, this saved it.
Okay.
This saved it.
What's
for
the
me.
bun?
The bun went, the bun was similar to a Wendy's, but again, just like if you're going to have an In-N-Out burger, I would just get a junior bacon cheeseburger.
Just go to Wendy's.
Here's where I was like, the burger's good, y'all. It's not On the way home, we stopped at Whataburger when we went back through Texas, and Whataburger's burger was better than In-N-Out's.
Ooh,
she said it. Here's what I'll say. The real egregious part of In-N-Out for me were the fries.
Really?
They were not good. And so when I said this, people said, well, you're supposed to get them animal style. You're supposed to, I don't know.
What does that mean?
It's covered, I think that sauce that was delicious on the burger comes on the, and maybe like grilled onions or something, but you're supposed, and here's my response to that, and this is what I said back on my story that day. Fries alone should be good enough.
What kind of fry was it?
It was similar to a, what would I compare it to? Kind of like a McDonald's.
Okay.
But a little thicker. Not as thin as a McDonald's.
I want thin.
Me too.
You know my favorite fast food fry is a steak and shake fry.
Ooh, we love a steak and shake fry.
Those, I could cram 100 in my mouth at once.
You know what it is?
They're so thin.
But now you like the garlic fries.
Oh, yeah. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're different.
Our friend Jen messaged us did you see this text
from her?
She sent us a text.
Oh, the garlic fries.
It was a picture of a Wendy's burger with the garlic fries. And she was like, I hate you guys.
I know, I'm sorry, Jen. I told y'all.
Sorry.
And then someone sent me a picture of the Arby's cookie. She was like, I'm done. Like, now what? I know.
Sorry, y'all.
Sorry. So my point being, if your fries alone aren't good,
yeah.
Listen, fries are delicious.
I love fries.
Just a plain fry.
And they're
it doesn't
gluten-free.
get better. It's a potato in oil with salt.
So
if you
good.
can't nail that, if you have to smother that fry with so much other crap to make it good, the fry's not good. It's not. And so for me, I did not get the hype of In-N-Out Burger, and I said this is going to be one of my most unpopular opinions ever. I didn't think In-N-Out was good. I thought Whataburger was better.
Yeah, this kind of fry, I'm looking this up.
Yeah, sure.
I don't love that.
It's
too much
thick.
just potato.
It's too much potato
in my mouth.
Yeah.
Like I need more of the crunch. Now look, here it is covered.
And animal style.
So that's what they wanted you to do.
But y'all, fries
But you
alone
shouldn't
should
have
be
to do
great.
that.
You shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
So you can keep your In-N-Out. Guess what? I'm not going to be one more person in that long ass line that you're going to have to get around.
Is it always long?
It's always long. The line was so long. I went inside. The outside line was so long. I went inside and I waited for a long time.
I had a real good burger.
Where?
Sunday at Bang Bang Burger. Have you ever been there?
Joshua, I think, loves this place. I think he had it somewhere else and then was like, oh my God, babe, they opened one in Charlotte.
Yes.
We gotta go.
We should all go together.
Okay, let's do that.
The fries were legit.
Okay, good.
I got onion rings. The burger, it had that crisp to it, and it also had a delicious sauce for the burger. So
I love that. Okay, we'll go to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, In-N-Out, if you love it, awesome. Maybe your taste buds really do love that. And food is so subjective.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Of course it is. And so I get that some people are going to like that and I'm not going to like that. But I stand by the fact that even if you love it, but you're the one who said you have to get the fries this way, I want you to know those fries should be good alone.
They should.
And I will die on that mountain.
Yes.
You shouldn't have to add things to make things delicious.
Period. Okay, so I gotta hit the pause button because since we're talking about In-N-Out, I have your trivia question for you ready to go.
Well, I'm not gonna get this right because I don't like it.
But you might have seen this when you went. Now,
I was standing in there for a minute, so maybe it was on the wall.
It might have been.
Okay.
There is something hidden in the packaging of the In-N-Out cups and wrappers. What is hidden in the In-N-Out packaging?
Like in the logo? No, I think it's on the side. I think I read it on the side of the bag, maybe. Because I was going to say, I feel like their logo has like a lightning bolt or something in it.
They discreetly print these things on the bottom of their cups and their wrappers, but they've never been discussed publicly. Did you see anything?
I cannot recall anything. It's some sort of symbol or some sort of wording. It's some sort of wording
that I would love.
A red heart?
No.
What?
Hidden Bible verses. They have
No way.
hidden Bible verses in their packaging.
No way.
Isn't that wild?
That's wild to me.
That's what it says.
Okay, I'm gonna. Joshua's in Palm Springs right now.
Ask him. Yeah, he needs to go and see.
Or on his way at least. He's flying there. He's enjoying that. But yeah, I'm gonna ask him if they can eat there.
Go eat there.
To look on it. So it's just like it's in black ink, but just
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if somebody has a photo of this.
Yeah, I've got to see. I definitely do not recall seeing the Bible verse. I'm kind of shocked by that.
Let's see.
Especially out of California.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Here it is. John 3:16. Proverbs 3:5. On the bottom of the Revelation, they have a Revelation.
Okay, so what you're telling me is is they have Bible verses on the bottom of the cups and bags and things like that.
Yeah.
In and out.
In and out. A California-based company, burger company, is doing this. And you know what?
And no one's canceled that. Like that just
I know,
sounds so
but
polarizing
like
to
not
me.
even like Chick-fil-A is doing
That's
that.
what I'm. This is what
That's
I'm
very surprising.
I'm very, very surprised by this. That there's not more of an uproar just because people are so mad about everything, and especially that.
I mean,
I'm shook. Okay, we'll get to know, and it's still that way today.
It's still that. I mean, I'm checking it, and it says it's still that way.
I am wow, wowie, wow. I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much.
I know you love that.
I've had 2 wins today.
You've had more than 2. Because if Pam will allow me to come, I will go to the beach with you.
Oh my gosh, that would be.
If she will allow
that would be the win of all wins.
We could record from there. We could do a live beach recording
with the seagulls.
Oh God.
And the spritz and the spray.
Ugh, God, I'm already annoyed.
You're gonna have the best.
You know how you got me? You got me to the beach once by being like, and we'll all wear the bathing suits that you promote.
That's right.
And it'll be for business.
It was for biz.
That's how you got me there last time.
Yeah, that's right. We went not long ago.
Yeah, that's how you got me. Yeah, I've only done like girls trips there because my family doesn't want to go. I'm trying to tell people this. They don't care.
I gotta get the girls. I gotta snag your children. I'm gonna steal them and take them to the
Show
beach.
them the right way to do it. Speaking of things being added in food, y'all, I cannot with the cucumber water.
Oh, I love cucumber, lavender, lemon.
I like a lemon. I like a citrus in my water, but I do not like when people
It's like
put
at the
cucumber.
spa.
I know, and I don't like it, and I always have to be like, great, well, now what water am I? The privilege. Excuse me. I literally. I came out of my body for half a second. I'm back. I'm sorry. People are leaving in droves. No.
What water am I gonna drink at the spa? I hate cucumber water.
I do. I hated it the second it came out of my mouth. I hated myself. We can all hate me together.
I can't.
But why is the only time? When is the only time I'm at a spa?
With me.
When you drag me there, pay for my service. So, what water am I gonna drink after everyone's paid for me to have this facial? I sound like an asshole. I'm sorry. I get it. But it's not because I'm just going to spas. As a matter of fact, we have a girls trip coming up.
We sure do.
And this spa that we're going to is so wildly outrageous in price.
Is it? I haven't even looked. When you sent it, I was a little bit like, oh, maybe we just
The manicure is $95.
What?
Oh yeah, the manicure is $95. Then it says there's a 6% tax for the spa. There's a 6% tax for the state. Then there's 20% gratuity. That manicure is going to end up being like $150 for a manicure.
Okay, maybe we all just need to get manicures, or can we get a day pass?
I did not see any of that. I looked over. The massages start at $300.
Okay,
That
I
is
don't know if I'll be
bonkers to me. So
enjoying it.
yeah, so for me, like, I'm not a spa girl anyway.
Yeah.
That's my unpopular opinion.
That's right.
I don't like spas. One, they're too quiet.
Yeah,
I can't be that
we
quiet.
get hushed and reprimanded in a spa.
And that's not enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
Anywhere where we just have to sit and stare at each other,
yeah, we don't like that.
we don't like that. We're
Uh-uh.
vibing.
Yeah.
And you're killing the vibe. So I don't like that. I also do not like to be touched
Yeah,
particularly.
you just don't like to be touched.
I don't like a manicure. I don't like a pedicure. I don't like a massage. I don't really like that. I like certain people who touch me.
Oh,
I don't.
know that.
You know that's right.
Oh, I don't have my bow chicka bow wow. We'll just do.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
I keep the people who are allowed to touch me to a very small circle.
Yeah, it's like one.
Yep. I like people can hug me and stuff. I'm not anti.
But I can't slap you on the back.
No, I have very sensitive back skin, and my nerve endings are close to the epidermis.
Yeah.
And so when people slap my back, it feels like knives.
And I have aggressively done this for years, and finally Miranda laid it out for me and was like, looked me in the eye and said, "You can't do that anymore.
So, you hurt me.
It hurts.
It hurts."
And so I've gotten better.
Just rub.
Yeah.
You can rub my back, just don't pat my back like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do not like the cucumber in the water. You know what I think it's from? It tastes like Bath and Body Works lotion to me.
It does a little bit.
So we grew up with just
what was that?
It was cucumber melon.
Cucumber melon.
Cucumber melon had
That's
a chokehold on our generation.
It did. Sun-ripened raspberry. Cucumber melon.
Oh yeah.
Remember sun-ripened raspberry?
Mm-hmm.
And there was one more.
Like we had the freesias.
Yes.
And we had rose
Yes.
petally things.
Yes.
Like there were all these very distinctive Bath and Body Works
Yes.
lotions, and you could get them for like $3 for say $9
Oh
back
my
in the
gosh.
day or whatever.
All
And
of our bedrooms smelled like
they
it.
all smelled like cucumber
Yes.
melon, and we're just slathering them on.
Yes.
So whenever I taste cucumber in water, it makes me instantly think I'm
Takes you
drinking Bath and Body Works cucumber melon lotion.
The lotion. And I think we all felt just so fancy and
Yes.
adult with these scents. Like,
Because it
I
broke
can't.
us out of like using my grandma's like cherry almond jergens, which I still
you
know
do
to
still
this
love
day.
a cherry.
I do still use cherry almond lotion.
Peony.
Yes, peony.
Freesia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, country apple.
Oh, country apple.
Cotton blossom.
Mm-hmm.
Cucumber melon. Sun-ripened raspberry. Oh, and the brown sugar and fig I actually still really love.
You do?
And Aaron gave me
Oh, that's sweet.
a little lotion of it, and I keep it in my downstairs bathroom
love
and
that.
just sometimes slather it on. And listen, I know we're trying to like get rid of the toxins and not burn the candles and the things. Like, it's tough.
We do our best.
We do our best.
We make good choices and we make bad choices.
Yeah, sometimes you need a 3-wick, and what can I say?
Or a 4-wick, Karen.
Karen Huger 4-wick costs
Yeah.
$125, but we need it.
Maybe that will be at the spa with the $186 million manicure. Okay, so that's cucumber and water. I don't like it. Please don't do it. Don't serve it to me when I come to your house. Thank you so much.
Okay, should we say?
I'm nervous.
This is gonna hurt the feelings of some people that we really love.
Are we talking about Golden Goose?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all, I don't think I'm alone in this.
You're
I'm
not.
not alone. I'm not alone in the thinking that is Golden Goose sneakers as a whole. I'm just really struggling. I'm struggling. This is my personal opinion. I'm struggling to understand why there are so many women and men spending $600 on an already dirty pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
That if you, and I need you to look deep in your soul, I need you to go stand in front of your mirror right now, and I need you to admit to yourself that if you actually saw one of those shoes just on the street,
no brand attached.
no brand attached, no influencer pushing it on you, no person in Nordstrom talking to you about this. If you just saw that shoe on the sidewalk, someone had just walked right out of their shoe, oopsie poopsie, okay, and it's sitting there, that you would say to yourself, God, I love the look of that shoe.
Absolutely not.
So much so that you then will find out that it cost $600, and you would say, sign me up, and then buy another pair, and then buy another pair.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
Okay, I think it's this one. Yes,
And another pair,
and then
another pair.
so we are up to
8 pairs
8
times 6, $4,800
$4,800.
in shoes that I just have a feeling this is me, this is my personal opinion. I have a feeling that a lot of y'all are going to look back in 10, 20 years.
Correct.
And be like, why am I wearing those dirty high top sneakers with my peasant dresses for 3 years of my life? And then,
oh boy, now we said it.
Don't get me started on the people who are like, but they're so comfortable.
Oh, no.
Because I've heard from every single one of y'all saying, we have to break them in. But you got to get past the first 3 to 4 weeks of wearing. Break them in. Then they're the most comfortable shoes you've ever had. Go back to the fries. If you have to break in a shoe for a month before you can actually wear it comfortably, then you might as well be the same person who says, those fries got to be smothered animal style.
Animal style.
No, I won't.
Goodbye.
I can't.
She's about to get up and walk out of here.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, here's where I am at with the golden goose fries. And again, people might take me for the golden goose girl, but they also didn't think I was the Vienna sausage girl. So here's where I'm gonna. Chrissy T's gonna get P to P with y'all. Okay, ladies,
let's
those
do
of
it.
you that have been doing this for the past few years, this meets with your peasant dresses. We got to talk about it. Okay. Sometimes
we've been canceled. Over shoes. People are gonna be
dogs.
so mad about this. You're literally gonna be like, "That's it. I was with you. Now you can't. Now I'm so mad about."
But listen,
shoes.
I want to speak true wisdom into y'all. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We know that $600 is a lot of money.
Sure is.
Now, I honestly don't think I've ever spent $600 on a pair of shoes. I don't think I have.
No.
Now, have I spent maybe, let's say, like $300 on a really nice pair of Fry boots?
You have.
Yes. Why? Because Fry boots are going to last forever. They are made of leather. They are timeless. I can literally pass them down to my children. They will forever be in style. Girls, don't spend your money, your hard-earned money, on these shoes that are not only ruining your family photos that you're going to have forever and ever. I'm sorry. You look so beautiful. You got your makeup done. You have a beautiful dress on from Anthropologie. You look gorgeous. Your kids are amazing.
Ruining the family photos.
And your kids are going to look back and be like, why did Mom have on dirty sneakers for these photos? When you could have had on a creamy white leather boot for half the price. You could have gotten 2 boots for the price of that one shoe. Like, do you agree with what I'm saying? So I
can. I just know people are screaming.
I just want y'all to know that this is not coming from a place of judgment. I love fashions. I love.
You will spend money on it. That's not the problem.
I love trends. I love doing things that are trendy for.
You don't mind being basic
for 2 months, and then they're not trendy anymore. I am all about that. I wore the bubble necklaces. I did the multiple layered tank tops. I've done the chevron. I've done all of those things. Okay.
We still look back and go, wow.
What are we doing?
What?
But I also know that I didn't spend such a huge amount of money on those things.
No.
And
here come all the people who are like, I only get them on resale. I buy them for $300
But
instead.
even still, y'all, it is a dirty shoe. And so we have to stop. Just like you said, if you saw it on the side of the street, you would not stop and grab that shoe.
If there was no brand awareness, if no influencer said anything, if Nordstrom wasn't pushing it on you, I just need y'all to get real with yourself and be like,
yes,
objectively,
yes,
that's just a great looking shoe.
Right.
And it is worth that amount of money. I'm struggling to believe that. Now, if I get it. You work really hard. You get to spend your money however you want.
That's right.
And so do it. We love a free market.
Oh, we love a free market, and we love a boss bee.
Yeah, who's clearly making a ton of money off these things. But I'm just saying, if you're someone who's like, why, everyone's wearing these, and I'm now feeling some sort of pressure that I should want this. I should want to have this.
Don't do it for that, y'all. Don't fall into these trends.
Don't fall into that kind of trap. That's, I think, more where I come from with people.
Yeah, it's the social pressure.
You're telling me that, like, you actually kowtow to social pressure to buy these shoes instead of just deciding.
That makes me sad.
Yeah.
No one should feel like that.
Yeah.
You listen, like, we all, like I said, we like the trends and the things.
We like our things.
But be unique in that you can be a smart girl and just be like, I know that doesn't look good. And so I'm not going to wear it, and I'm not going to have it around, and my dog's going to chew on it, and it's not going to look any different than it did when I got it out of the box.
Like Hayden's. Do you remember when Haters did this?
Yes. We'll post it.
Oh my gosh, when Haters did his golden goose thing. It really is. To me, it's just kind of like, you would never let your kids, like a lot of people keep their shoes clean intentionally.
That's
They're like
right.
scuffing it and buffing it, and I want my shoe to be clean, and I wouldn't let my kids go out with all muddy sneakers and stuff, and then you're spending $600 on already dirty shoes.
Yes.
High tops, that just, with dresses, I don't know. I don't know. It just goes right over my head. And then some people are like, I had no clue. Like, I've seen them around.
Yeah, but they didn't realize how much they were.
They didn't realize how much they were. They never told their husbands how much they were or anything. What's really blowing my mind is when I see young girls wearing them.
Oh, yeah, because they're still growing.
Because their feet are still growing. And I'm thinking, you have enough money as a mom to not only spend that on your pair of shoes, but then you also you're doing this for your kid? Wow.
I mean,
couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. My kids.
It's
you combine all their shoes together.
What was that show we liked? Oh, My Sweet 16. My what was that show?
Yeah, Sweet 16 on MTV where they were doing their birthday parties.
Over the top birthday parties.
That was wild to me. That I see teenage girls or even kids. They make kid golden gooses.
Yeah. I saw them when we were in Milan.
Golden goose.
So they originated in Milan.
Yes. So we
were walking, and we see the huge golden goose brand.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look in the windows, and they actually do have very beautiful shoes that are not scuffed up, not dirty.
Okay.
So that was interesting to see. But you know what's crazy? So I had brought a pair of kind of white cream fun sneakers on this trip to wear. Not golden goose, some brand that somebody had posted. I'm always influenced. Oh my gosh. Okay. But by the end of that trip, walking around Milan, Rome, wherever,
they're scuffed.
They looked exactly like a golden goose. And I had a brain where I go, that is why they created these shoes, because they look like you've been walking in the streets of Italy.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Okay.
I kid you not. We'll put it on the page.
Yeah.
I will show you guys these shoes. They are perfectly scuffed. They look just like a golden goose.
And so,
and they were brand new shoes, so it's just that Italian walking.
I'm curious, like, are high fashion girls wearing golden goose? Like, are the Bella Hadids?
I don't know.
Are any of these girls?
I could see like a Hailey Bieber doing it.
Like that, they're kind of looked to for their fashion, right?
Yeah.
And that they set trends and things. I'm just curious, like, are they doing that, or are they like
where did this come from?
I don't know. I've got to figure it out. I don't believe. Maybe the Kardashians started wearing them. They usually start a ton of trends. But it's just for people who are like, no, I'm just super into fashion, to be like, and dirty sneakers. I don't know. For me, the two just don't equate.
Do those go hand in hand?
I don't know. That's kind of, and I know a ton of our friends wear it. Is.
That's my opinion.
And I know a ton of our friends wear them. I want you to continue to, please continue to wear them, because you spent so much money on them. I don't want you to like toss them now. I don't want that. But I'm just, sometimes I do get confused about it. And that's my very unpopular opinion. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Here's another one that's going to really make people mad.
I love that all of yours are like just things you hate. It's not me. I love Vienna sausages. I love Vienna sausages.
I love that. And you like the beach and you love dogs.
Yes.
People are like, how are your friends?
You just hate all of this stuff.
To me, it just doesn't make any sense.
Wait. Say the one thing. Wait, she loves hospital food. That's your love.
Okay, here's what I'm saying about it.
That's
it's unpopular because most people hate hospital food. But I like hospital food. And let me tell you why I think it is. Because I do all the cooking in our home.
Yeah.
And I just love when other people cook for me.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the hospital
and they just bring you a tray.
Well, they come to me with a menu. Hey, what would you like? Here.
Hospital cafeterias are banging.
That's what I'm saying.
The one here in Matthews, sometimes Matt likes to just go to it. I'm not lying. He'll be like, can we just swing into the hospital to eat?
This is nuts.
I swear to you.
I love him so much, but it's nuts.
It's a really good cafeteria.
Okay, so maybe we go there for lunch after this.
Yeah, we honestly could. We could go
We
there.
got to.
Yeah.
We have to.
We will. It's right,
Okay.
right here.
So I just love the idea that it's a menu. Someone is cooking for me, bringing it to me, taking the dishes away, and I'm not cleaning them.
Yeah.
I love the idea of
And
all
you're
of
sitting
that.
in a bed.
I'm reclined.
I mean, that is pretty nice.
It just doesn't bother me one bit when people are like, oh God, the worst part about a hospital is the food. I'm like, I think it's the surgery. I don't know about y'all. I think it's the broken bone.
Yeah, I think it's being woken up 6 times in the night.
Did you watch the
And
full house, the people I posted?
Oh no. Wait.
Oh my gosh, I thought that's what you were talking
No,
about.
what was it?
Oh, I'll show you after this.
Okay.
So for me, there's a lot of worse things about a hospital. The food is not one of them.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm totally happy with it.
So that's one of your loves.
That's one of my loves. Let's balance it out with another love, okay? I love the airport.
I do too.
Yep, we love the airport.
I want to get there early so I can explore and poke around and look at the books and get a Cinnabon and like get a Starbucks and jiggle the ice in my drink and just take pictures.
We want to sit and we want to rock in the chairs.
I want to make a reel.
Yep.
I want to just vibe at the airport, but my husband wants to get there with 30 minutes to spare. 30 minutes. We get through security, we walk directly onto the plane. There is no time for the Starbucks, the egg bites. I don't get to do any of it. It makes me sad.
I just love the people watching. The airport has the best people watching because, and usually for the most part, I think people are going somewhere that they want to go.
Yeah,
they're going somewhere
that's
exciting.
True. That's
they're
true.
traveling. They're going to visit a friend. They're going to a place that they haven't been.
Yes.
That's us in the airport. We are giddy to be there. And so I just love going to the airport. I love having plenty of time. Now sometimes Joshua wants to get there 4 hours early. I'm like, it's a bit much.
Yeah, that's a bit
I
much.
want to tighten that down to a good 1.5 to 2.
Yeah, I think that's
and
good.
then we have all the time in the world to do the things. I don't mind even a delay. Go post up at a bar somewhere.
Yes.
Go to a restaurant.
Yes, I mean that is the best part. Go to the restaurant, have a drink. Like
it's fine. Like I'm just not bothered by it because I understand that so much of this is out of people's control, whether it's mechanics or weather or whatever. You know, this is a dance, like flying and getting in and moving and cruise and things like that. So it just to me, I love it, and I also love the idea of flight.
Yes.
So like I just find it to be such an amazing marvel.
It is.
I cannot believe that we can get on this thing that can then float in the air no matter how much it weighs.
Yep.
And it will take us somewhere on the other side of the world in hours.
Didn't your grandma say that?
Yes, I was hoping that you would bring that up.
Yes.
So Jerry is my grandma who lives next to me. She's 95. And she tells me all these stories, and I'm constantly quizzing her about things because I just want to know. She's lived through so much.
So many years.
She was born in 27. It's 23 now, so she'll turn 96 this year. And it's incredible to hear just how much the world has changed. So one day I said to her, I said, Grandma, what is the biggest difference in your life from when you were born to today? What's the biggest thing that's changed? And I was so shocked by her answer because, of course, in my brain, I think that she's going to say technology.
Technology, the internet.
The internet.
Yeah.
No. She said, airplanes.
Amazing.
Flying.
Being able to just fly anywhere.
No one could fly when she was born.
Wild.
No one could fly. The very first flight, I believe, even around that time, was for mail to be flown from one part to another, and it took them days. And like 2 guys could be in it with the bags of mail. So for her, that has had the biggest arc, right?
That's amazing.
That no one could fly anywhere, and now she can go get on a plane and be anywhere she wants to
Go
be
to Singapore
in a matter of hours. Hey Singapore, we love you, girl.
Do they wear golden goose in Singapore?
Let us know. So she said that, and I was just delighted by that answer.
I love that
And
too.
it made me kind of feel like I love flying
You
so
do.
much,
It
and
was
I
that
love
little
airplanes so much,
connection.
and it was like this little connection.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? That's called nostalgia.
Ooh.
So she loves to fly too. She loves to go places, and I do too. But I just love airplanes, and I love airports, and most people hate
Yeah, a lot of people hate airport. I mean, and I feel like for flying, it's probably 50-50. I think there's some people that truly just
are terrified.
flying. They're terrified.
Yeah, they're terrified.
And then some people don't mind it, but maybe you know, or you have the people that have to fly all the time, and so they're just so over it, you know.
And I don't. That's not my journey. Usually when I'm flying somewhere,
it's just somewhere fun. We're going on an adventure. Yeah.
And I love that. And you and I travel the same way, so it's very easy to fly. It's easy for us to go places. Josie would joke that when we went to Salem, I wouldn't let her check it back.
You didn't let her check it back?
No. I said, Josie, we're only going for a few days. Let's do carry-on so that we don't have to wait. This is when all the airports were really making a muck of things a couple months ago.
Okay.
Remember when all the flights were delayed?
Oh, it was bad.
It was so bad. I said, let's minimize this as much as we can.
Okay, I understand.
By not checking a bag.
That would be really, really hard.
If we can at least, I know you were like personally offended by the fact that I asked her this, but she did it.
Josie, I am amazed because Josie's a fashion girl like me. She loves to look cute and
she
put
said
together.
That's why I have the same coat in every picture because Miranda wouldn't let me check a bag.
Oh, Josie, I feel that.
I know you do.
If I had to have like same coat, same boots, same hat, like that's a lot.
I know. Well, I will
it
never
just
do
like
it
the
again.
Same day.
I will never do it to y'all again. I'm sorry.
Thank you. You heard it here first. It's on record.
I ate a I will eat a Vienna sausage with you, and I will always let you check a bag.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, those are the things I love. Going back to another thing I hate. People are going to be like, between last episode and this episode, I sound like I need therapy. No, I don't. Let me tell you why. I'm so self-aware. I know these things. Some of y'all out here being indifferent about everything. I don't get that.
No, that is not you.
I have no indifference.
No, you really don't.
I know what I like.
I could just list things off to her, and I feel like you would either have just an immediate feeling or reaction about it that is positive or negative. It's not necessarily a love or hate, but just like if I say,
I just feel what I feel. I know what I know. I like what I like, and I dislike what I dislike. It's not to say that you can't maybe change my mind about some things.
Yeah, your mind was changed about cats.
So much so.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe the turn I have made about cats, but I think it's because I just have delightful little rotund fluffy boys.
Yeah, but you see that there can
be joy
and
with
happiness
cats.
with cats.
And I will be devastated when they die. I will still not put them on par with my children. My human children.
We're not doing that anymore, y'all.
But I will be devastated. I will be inconsolable. People will have to come and like really probably pick me up off the ground. I understand when you lose a pet that it is absolutely devastating.
It is.
So I do get that. I'm not a harsh, like terrible person. Y'all know I am an empath through and through. I will cry at the drop of it. Like I feel so tenderly
Miranda
for people.
cries every day.
I feel so tenderly for people.
Yes.
I can understand, but I'm just like the whole dog thing just throws me. Okay, let's get off of that. One last thing. One last unpopular opinion, and it is that red velvet is garbage. It is a fake garbage flavor.
It's garbage.
It's garbage?
It's garbage.
So what I think people don't understand.
People don't know this.
They don't know this about red velvet.
I am going to say, I still like red velvet. I still eat red velvet. My kids love red velvet. And every time I take a bite of it, I think of you.
I know a lot of people do. And I love that. And I love that, days later, you can see it come back out of you. Because there's so much red food dye in there. It's disgusting.
So what is red velvet cake actually?
It's a light chocolate cake. So red velvet started back in the day. And back in the day, cocoa powder, before it became a very processed thing, once you mixed the vinegar and the milk, that's what made buttermilk back in the day. So once you mix the vinegar with the cocoa powder, it would like have an alkaline kind of chemical reaction happening. Where that vinegar would hit this unprocessed powder, chocolate powder, and it would change the hue to this very like burgundy-ish color. And so that's where this red color came from.
That seems legit.
Totally legit. Well, as we became more advanced with food and things like that, they began to process the cocoa powder.
So then the cocoa powder was processed, and then they were like, but it's not red anymore.
So so once you mix that same buttermilk, and now we just sold buttermilk too, right? We don't have to just mix the vinegar or the lemon juice or whatever into it to have this chemical reaction. So then once you mix the buttermilk with this processed cocoa, it no longer had this chemical reaction where it turned it a deep burgundy. So people are like, well, then we'll just add red food dye to it. And so this is what I want y'all to know. you're just eating a light chocolate cake with a ton of red food dye poured in it. So if you like that flavor, you just might like chocolate cake. Like, just get the chocolate cake without the food
If
dye.
I'm on a
What is happening?
journey to detoxify my life, should I probably not have all that red food coloring?
Yeah, I mean, studies have shown, and this is not like, I'm not someone who cares. I eat the food dye, I do all the things.
Yeah.
Like, clearly I'm not like a beacon of health.
Well, we just ate the NSS.
Yeah, you don't, I get it. Like, you can take a look at me, I got it. But what I know is that there are studies at least proving that red dye is not great for our bodies.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Now, you can find some studies that would potentially link red food dye to, the increase in hyperactivity with our kids and things.
Yes.
And some people will even say that, like, once I cut red dye out of my kids' diet, they just had a much more level kind of energy level and reaction time.
And it's in a lot of things that we don't realize. But I think in the red velvet it's probably pretty obvious.
Do you know how much red food dye you have to add to make that bright of a red color in a red velvet? Like, you're adding, I'm saying ounces of red food dye. Ounces.
Okay, maybe you're changing my mind.
So
But we love like that cream cheese.
So then just get the cream cheese frosting on chocolate cake. Just get the cream cheese frosting.
It's not the same.
I know it's not the exact same because we're talking about a lighter chocolate. I would call it more like a Southern milk chocolate base to a cake, and then a ton of red food dye versus a truly chocolate decadent chocolate cake. No, they're not the exact same. But what I will say is that if you just want to make it yourself, you can just look up any red velvet recipe.
Okay.
You can make it as is, blend that batter up,
and not add
add the food dye, make the same cream cheese frosting, put it on top.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
And then you can still enjoy the flavors that maybe you love, but without all that red food dye. And you know what? You're not gonna like it as much, because why? The placebo effect.
Well,
that's what the red dye does.
It's nostalgia, baby.
And it's nostalgic. That's why.
That's what it is.
Everyone has this memory of like their grandma making a red velvet cake and slathering it with the cream cheese frosting, and you only had it at Thanksgiving or at Christmas time because it's red. And so people have this memory attached to it. But what I did before I opened my bakery, and Brian Strump was a part of this process, is I said to him, I know a lot of people ask for red velvet. I hate making red velvet cake because it also looks like a murder scene in your kitchen.
Correct.
Every bowl, every spatula.
Red. I mean, it's blood red.
It's just blood red, and it's everywhere. Your water is now red. Everything's disgusting. And so I said, I'm going to play around with some different recipes and see what I can do. And what I did is I made the exact red velvet batter, and I didn't add the red food dye.
Yes.
And I baked it, so it's a very light brown. It's a very Southern milk chocolate. And I put the same cream cheese frosting on it, and I had that.
Okay.
And then again, same exact batter, but I added the red food dye, and I baked it, and I put the cream cheese frosting on it.
Okay.
And I presented both of these cupcakes, and I said, which one do you like more? Do you like the feel of it? Do you like this? Do you like that? Which one is more delicious? He took a bite of the Southern milk chocolate one, the undyed, and ate it and was like, it's okay. Picked up the red velvet. Oh my gosh, this one's so good.
Brian Strump, you were duped. Did you tell him?
Yeah, of course I did. Brian was home, so he was
like
my neighbor.
A psychological.
It is. That's why I'm saying it's the placebo effect.
Wow.
It's you think that you're taking these pills every day, and really the scientist has replaced it with just sugar pill, but you've convinced yourself that this has worked. It's just the placebo effect. Placebo and nostalgia. Those are the kings of everything.
That's it.
You can convince yourself of a lot of things because of nostalgia and because of the placebo effect. And I won't let y'all be duped anymore about this.
Okay.
Red velvet is garbage.
Now, wouldn't you, because you would get so many requests for the red velvet, you would do a pink?
I did pink every once in a while, but that was only if it was like more for a gender reveal or something like that.
I feel like I remember you doing around Valentine's Day.
Yes.
You would do like a pink
We
velvet
would do a pink velvet.
Because you were like, okay, I'm not going to go full blown here, but I'll do a drop.
Yep. Because the thing is
So
you can make anything pink with, one drop.
One drop.
You don't even use red food dye. You use a pink dye.
Okay.
Which I'm sure has some basis of red in it, but not the traditional like red 40, which is kind of the one that everyone is freaking about. But yeah, so if you are trying to dye something pink, one drop of it, because it is such a light pastel color, will make that thing pink. But to make red, since it is the most highly pigmented color in the spectrum, you have to just pour it in to make any version of red. So
okay, no more.
You can just make that same kind of look. And what we called our pink velvet was really just our white cake, but we replaced the milk with buttermilk and then added the pink. There was no cocoa in it. No cocoa, because then it wouldn't look pink.
Well,
does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you are wanting to make it yourself, truly just look up if you love red velvet, just look up the red velvet recipe, but don't add the dye.
Just don't add it.
And you won't like it as much.
I hope somebody does this.
You won't like it as much because it's not red. The red doesn't change the taste. It's actually a no taste red dye specifically. Some people will say, oh, it kind of bitters it. If you're using a red dye that doesn't have no taste, it can bitter it because again, there's so much going into it. Or some people will say it tastes chemically.
Yeah.
But you can get the no taste red dye, but it's just the placebo effect. I could have presented those two flavors in quotation marks because they're the same flavors, to anybody, and every single person would have picked the red velvet. The one with red. They would have.
It's because it's the color of meat.
Yes, that's why.
But truly, I learned that when I worked for Art Institute, so McDonald's, think of any fast food chain.
Oh yeah, it all has red.
They all have red, and it's because our human brains over the years have just, we want to eat red meat, red berries, all these things that are red. And so it's the same thing with the cupcake.
Well, there's just so much in nature that's red.
It's red.
And yeah, we all want it. And y'all can still eat it. It's your life. You do whatever you want. I just wanted y'all to know that that is actually the origin of red velvet cake, and that if you want to cut out some red dye in your life, you could start there. Now, some of our, I want to touch on.
Yeah, let's touch on some of the ones that people.
I'm sorry I've hated so much, but that is just who I am. So some of our followers did write in, and then kind of the number one thing that we heard from a bunch of people is about singers.
Yeah. Certain singers that people just said are overhyped. Yep. Don't like them, don't like their music, not great. We heard about
Beyonce,
people don't like her.
People don't like her, don't get it. Now, Kelly Hurt, our friend, is a massive.
I know, Kelly's probably dying.
She's in the Bayhive. She's loving her. She always has. And I respect Beyonce as an artist. Like, I'm like, no, clearly you've done cool stuff.
And as a just performer.
We love Destiny's Child.
Goodness
like,
gracious.
She's killed it. Like, I think that what she's done for music is phenomenal. Am I going to spend $1,000 on a ticket to go see her concert? No, but I do understand why other people do. Because we'll do that for Bravo. In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift was another one. People are not liking Taylor Swift. People are not liking Beyonce. People are not liking Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. That was an interesting one to me.
Yep, people don't like her. So that was something that several people said was just, I don't get it. I don't get why people are so obsessed with these specific singers. Do you have like a singer that you love that is kind of weird that other people don't get?
I don't think so. You're like me. Our musical tastes are all over the place.
All over the place.
I mean, our playlists look like serial killer playlists. Just crazy.
No rhyme or reason.
Yeah, just can't make any sense of it. We're the same way in that way.
Oh, a lot of people did not like gender reveals. Promposals.
Yeah, they feel like things have kind of gotten out of control.
And they have.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of ways in which things have gotten totally out of control.
I mean, some of these gender reveals, they're burning forests down.
That's how a forest fire legitimately started and burned so many acres and homes and everything else. Y'all, cut it out.
Cut it out.
We don't mind. I mean, I did your gender reveal cake. Like, we understand that some people still like to have a fun party to reveal it. And if that's your vibe, then do it. But let's not burn down any more forests with it. Can we all agree to that? I think so. Oh, someone said they don't think what's his name?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum is ugly. Somebody said that.
Oh, Michelle, I don't like that.
Yep. Yep. Somebody said.
I mean, I think he's a good-looking guy. He's not my type, but he's good-looking.
Yeah. Somebody really said that. Oh, someone said I loathe ASMR. So I guess whenever we do that on the podcast, she does not like it. I think that there's a lot of people who don't like ASMR.
I think that take a shot.
Yeah, take a shot.
I think that it really could rub many people the wrong way. Just like people don't want to hear others chewing. I know that's like a phobia. I could see how that's linked to an ASMR vibe.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people do not like to hear mouth sounds at
Yeah.
all, whether it's snoring or chewing or
Or
breathing.
whispering into the microphone. Yeah, I think that
My kids listen to ASMR.
Yeah.
They love it. That's how they fall
that
asleep.
like makes your thing tingle. You know what? Like
Mhm.
not in a good way. Like it's like a thumping on your thing.
Oh, someone said sushi's gross and people only eat it because it's trendy.
Yes, and I kind of sort of like.
We don't go out for sushi together.
I like sushi,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also like, is this something I would have sought out
Mhm.
if it wasn't such a thing?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I rallied against sushi for a long time because I was like, I don't like raw things.
Yeah.
I don't want raw fish or raw whatever is on top of the rice.
Yeah.
It wasn't my thing, but then, you start with baby steps. You start with the
Yeah.
California roll.
You find the right sushis for you.
And you're like, okay, it's cooked crab,
Yeah.
cucumber, and avocado and rice. Like, how can that be bad?
Yeah.
Great. Love it.
Dip it in some soy sauce, top it with
Yeah.
that ginger slice. Ooh, you don't like that?
Kristen, you know this. No, maybe you don't, because I don't think we've ever had sushi together.
We've never had sushi together because I would be just taking all of your
I
ginger
know,
slices.
and I would be handing it right over to you. I
cannot
despise
get enough.
it. I despise
Is it because
ginger.
it's pickled?
It is. I just do not like that taste, the smell of it at all. Something
it's
about it
so
is
good,
not
y'all.
for me.
Mm-mm.
It's not for me.
Wow, that's an unpopular opinion.
Maybe.
Because I'm right on this.
Does anybody? But I think that there's a lot of people that when you order, like when you just grab and go sushi
Yeah.
from the
There's
tier,
Yeah.
that I don't even eat the piece that the ginger has been nestled up next to. I dislike the flavor of it that much. Yeah. Yup.
Have we never talked about this?
I could have sworn you knew this about me, but now that I'm thinking
I
of
don't
it, I don't think we've ever had
sushi.
sushi together. Have we
So
been
should
to
we get
make food
sushi
together?
today, or should we get hospital
You know what?
food?
You know what? I don't know. That's a really tough decision for me. Hospital food or sushi? The fact that we're coming down to this Sophie's choice. God, we are such garbage. We're something. We are something. If y'all made it this long, if you haven't canceled us
If
yet,
you are still in this episode,
Thank you
God bless you.
so much for sticking around. I think that that's a great place to end it. We need to go figure out where we're gonna eat.
Yeah, we sure do.
The hospital
We're
sushi,
hungry.
and we'll let you know.
Yeah, because I've been doing a fast, and she did colon brew. So like, we both are so hungry.
I didn't know you were gonna share that with our podcast, but you know what? If they've hung in this long, they deserve to
They
know.
deserve to know
They deserve
that
to
we
know.
have made some choices digestively that have had consequences, and here we are. So maybe that hospital food is what we need.
Maybe they're gonna be like, do y'all need to check in?
Maybe they have
Are-
sushi at the
Are we being admitted? Like, get that bracelet on you. Y'all might need a little look-see do in the old digestive tract. Do you have anything queued up for Back That Ass Up? Like something, is there anything hospital related? Any hospital related songs out there?
I actually do have something that we can use from the one and only
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, baby.
Yeah.
Back your ass up, people. What are we doing?
Is it some other?
Oh, it's clean.
Good. We might be canceled because of the song, but we're not going to be canceled because of the ex-singers.
What? Blaze it up. Blaze it up.
Blaze it up.
All right, friends. This has been a great episode.
I think that
The next episode. The name of this is The Next Episode.
Wow.
Wow. From a doctor.
Y'all, we're so good at this. Like, honestly, are there awards? Are there podcasting awards? Because I think that this is the episode we submit. This is the one.
Did the Bob Awards finish and we didn't win?
The voting finished, and we mentioned it that one time, and we could have mentioned it every day and reminded people. Well, you know what? It'll make the win all that more sweet.
Yes.
If we do win,
When it
will
comes
make it all the more sweet because we didn't campaign for it.
Next year.
Yeah, but we are going for it. We're going for it.
And Singapore, y'all got our back. You can be submitting those votes.
You know you can vote from it. Thank y'all so much for trudging through all of the hatred with me. I understand that I've probably pissed some people off, and all I can say is I still love you
Yes.
through all of that.
And
So I want you to still love me through all of it.
And we had said, actually, when we started this podcast, that we kind of wanted to just get out. This is who we are.
That's right.
Take it or leave it.
Yep.
Like it or love it.
Yep.
Love it or list it. And and I do feel like in these first few episodes, we kind of have done that. Just, you know.
Just that way you haven't invested too much time in us. You've only given us a handful of downloads. And that way, if you're like, I don't want to support them anymore, pitchfork,
Yes.
then not too much time has been wasted on your end. But what we're really hoping is that you can see none of these things are changing the world.
No.
Red velvet's not that deep.
It's not.
It's not. Golden goose aren't that deep.
It's
The
definitely
cucumber water certainly not that deep.
not.
None of this is all that deep. So we just want to giggle through it. We want y'all to giggle through it. And if you
have a strong stance on one of these things, write us and tell us.
Let
Like,
us
we
know.
want to know. Let's go. Let's go head to head and flesh it out.
let's do it. And just realize that I'm actually not airing any of this to change anyone's opinions. Some of it, please stop.
Yeah.
You don't have to put the red food, Diane. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That could change actually someone's life. Your kid might not be hyperactive if you are giving them red velvet cupcakes every day after school. Okay, try that. But I do just want people to laugh along at my outrage of things.
Yes.
Because you feel so differently that now you're just like, she's nuts.
Yeah, and
That's
it's okay for
okay.
you to have the same amount of passion about things.
Yes.
And
And
if
the
you don't
inverse.
like it, in the words of what's her face, go find less.
Go. Elise
Elise.
Meyer says, go find less. If
Go
I'm
find
too
less.
much, go find less. There's plenty of people doing way less.
Yeah.
Do less, God bless. Trey Kennedy. All these people, we spend too much time on Instagram.
Wow, we are
That's
on
what
the
we know.
internet a lot.
A lot. Like, a lot. All right, so anyway, thanks
All right,
for
guys,
listening to all that to say.
We gotta go get sushi at the food court cafeteria
At the
hospital.
Love y'all.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.